Welcome to the Texas Truck Channel. I'm Craig, and it's time to take the long-termer up here, the Gladiator. We haven't done anything to this. This is just stock. It's a sport. Brian, this is episode 2. Hopefully you've already watched episode 1, but we think it's pretty capable in stock form. Tell us about it.
Man, let's get right to it. Bring up the specs. There's so many numbers I can't memorize all of them because I'm a terrible actor. That's how honest we are here. Approach angle, 43.6. We always
Wow.
joke, wow, I wish it had 20 degrees so we could make our hill test. 43.
Look at that. There's just nothing in the way. There's nothing in the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Every little off-road overland trim crossover can get lost because this thing has got it beat. No question about it, because the front is just a Jeep Wrangler. That's the good news. Now, the troublesome part, Craig, is the middle ground. Yeah, this is a long wheelbase.
That's more than the golden ratio.
Yeah, it's its own neighborhood. 139 inches hub to hub, that's quite a bit, but it still carries a breakover angle of 20.3, which is better than most pickup trucks do.
That's true.
So before you rag on it and say, oh, you can't off-road capable of this, well, I'm sorry, your AT4 GMC is not better than this.
Well, you're getting some, that 11, how much was the ground clearance?
Yeah, ground clearance is 11.1 and departures 26.
So it could be worse, but that's not bad.
That's not bad at all. Now let's talk wheel and tire, and Craig alluded to some things. We do have some mods happening in the future, we hope. But for now, this is completely stock. We got to see what it can do out of the box. This is a 31-inch tall Bridgestone Jeweler HT, straight up highway tire, super quiet, manners well, death wobble does not exist. It's just this way for a reason. Very livable and actually good mileage. We're getting
this is actually not a bad tire.
This is actually a really good tire. I got 23 miles a gallon on this going to Houston with a full load, like full family and payload. Really excited about that. I'm nervous about what we're putting on next. Is probably not going to give us that highway golden goodness, but we'll do better on this terrain right here. So be it. These are Steelies, which means they're heavy, and these are the stylized ones. They have a spoke design, which means they're uglier than the regular hole design that are cool, like the spare tires on the back. The ground today, weather check. Look, this is still moist and damp because it rained, I don't know, in this week, but it's not a mud pit by any means. So it's gonna have a little bit of tactile grip. It's gonna help this tire make the best of it because it needs all the help it can get. Fenders, if we hit a cedar brush tree, no problem, it's got you covered. No big deal. And it also has handprints really well. All right, hey, we lied to him, Craig. Actually, there's one modification done to this, and that's these rock rails right here. Hear that? They're not for looks, they're not plastic. These are original equipment on the Rubicon and Mojave, and they're optional in the Mopar catalog if you want those. But these things are heavy. They bolt in 8 places, and I'm really glad we added these, because without this, the entire cab looks really exposed and just ready to get ripped off on a rock. Luckily, this doesn't have a big dumb step on it like a lot of aftermarket ones do that mount in 2 places. This will actually support the body and protect it. And it's still higher than the actual frame rail itself, which is beefy like a Ram pickup. So yeah, it's got the meat. We'd like to interrupt you in this episode for an ad from us. We have membership levels now on YouTube where you can help support the show and be a loyal fan to us and help us make more content. We're in the first tier is 4 high when you're getting in the mud and you're playing around. That gives you loyalty badges. It also gives you an identifier next to your name when you comment, and it helps us identify you quicker to respond to you guys sooner if you have questions. We're also going to have another bonus there that's going to give you behind the scenes updates about, I don't know, maybe telling you about vehicles that we bought for the show in our long-term fleet that we've had for 2 weeks but didn't tell anyone about. We'll tell you that sooner. Also, we'll probably have some bloopers of Craig falling like a moron on the hill. I can't wait for that. If you're getting really serious, we have 4 low. And that's when you have all the things from 4 high, but we're gonna send you a decal out to you, and probably a sticker package as well. And we're gonna pick 3 of our first subscribers and send them a shirt just like this.
Craig falling down on the hill, whoa!
Okay.
All right, so Brian's getting in, he's gonna show us the modes. I'm gonna roll down the window here real quick because it's I have to do it myself and I didn't want Brian to have to reach across. So, Brian, we've got a Gladiator Sport. It's off-road capable. It's got to have all kinds of modes, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about all the modes. Number 1, what's the first mode you're doing?
First mode is top off mode, just like a Miata. There you go. Be strong, Craig, you can do it.
Got it.
Okay, there you go.
All right.
That's the mode, and then, let me start it up real quick.
Okay.
There's a clutch, that's nice.
Yep, that's a mode.
And kind of like a CR-V or a Hyundai Kona, there's not really modes for off-road.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there is 3 modes.
Yeah, there is. There is 2 high, there's 4 high, and 4 low, none of which I've used except for 2 high so far, because we've saved this for live. Craig and I both said we don't do the hill till we're filming it together.
And traction control, of course.
And traction control, of course, is actually our only test we can do, so I think it's obvious.
Do you think it's going to make the main line first?
Yes. Do I think it's going to rub its belly? Yes.
Okay, and I'll make sure it's not hitting any vitals because there's an oil pan in there. We don't have any skid plates.
Well, hold on. I did a little digging on this. I actually got on it today. We have a transfer case skid plate.
Okay.
That's the same as a Rubicon.
Okay.
We have the Dana 44 axles, which is the same as a Rubicon.
Yep.
And we have a fuel tank skid plate that's actually metal.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Okay.
And it's covered. So the only thing that's genuinely exposed is a transmission, but this is manual. So there's not a plastic transmission pan to worry about. So if it drags, who cares? Which
Right.
this hill doesn't have that anyways. But if you have like a log get up there or something, and then the oil pan, and there's a diff in the way. So not only
It should be fine.
should be fine, for here it'll be fine.
Absolutely should be fine. So, okay, you're going to go into the modes. What modes are we going to go for this main line?
So I'm going to do auto start, stop, start, off.
Yep, don't want that interfering with us.
That's dumb. Nobody needs it anyways. But we'll do it in a manual. It will actually do that and run around town. I don't want that to happen on the hill. And traction off.
Okay,
But now, because it's a stripped model, there is no diff lock or limited slip on this model at all.
but you're staying in two-wheel drive.
Stay in two-wheel drive. Let's see what we can do.
Okay.
And manual.
All right, two-wheel drive, street tires, manual, no traction control. Let's see how far we can get. I'm not sure if we'll be able to make it up and over. I'm sure we'll be able to get to it, but there'll probably be some slipping. We're gonna find out real quick, so. Gonna go as slow as you can. Hard to do in a manual. Okay.
Okay. So, I am confident with momentum I can bounce up that. Do we want to
Yep.
try that?
No, we're not gonna do that. That's
Okay.
not how we do these hill tests.
I know. I just want to do it. That's all. Maybe at the end. Stay tuned. We'll do it at the end.
Okay, traction control now?
Well, we can do that.
Yep.
The biggest issue is I can't crawl at 2 miles an hour like we normally do in high.
Can't go there yet.
Okay, so let's do traction control
Yep.
from
Yep.
where I'm sitting.
Yep.
Traction control is on. I'm going to use the hill hold assist to get us started.
Okay.
And let's try it.
Okay, all right. Stay there.
Okay.
All right, so we learned real quick, and this is the problem with two-wheel drive. Any two-wheel drive
Yeah.
truck in too high
Yeah.
has this problem with traction control and not traction control.
Well, the tricky part too is we don't have a torque converter or a CVT to let me crawl at 2 miles an hour. I'm having to burn it because at idle in first gear, it's 5 miles an hour.
and look, this is part of the problem. This is why people like to off-road with automatics,
Right.
not manuals.
Right.
But
The
you're having
fluidity part.
But you're having more fun.
I'm having
aren't
way
you?
more fun. This is way better already. Even
Okay,
though,
so,
yeah.
so what's next? 4 high
Yeah, we can
without
do
traction control? That's the next step, isn't it?
it. Is, although I know that 4 low will make it more manageable, but let's just do 4 high.
That's not what we're here. We're here for
I
the
know,
follow steps.
I know. I'm trying to save that clutch. That's all I'm trying to do.
Yep. Okay, you're in 4 high?
Brand new on its second clutch, by the way. I'm in 4 high right now. Yes.
Traction control off?
Traction control. I'm turning it off. Yes.
Okay.
From where we're sitting.
Okay, let's see. Oh. Okay, hang on. Good, go. Alrighty. So here's what's gonna happen.
Okay, hold on. I've got a warning. Let's see this. We've got clutch hot, fully released clutch pedal, and reduced clutch use.
Oh, wow.
Okay, do you know what that's from?
Huh.
I can tell you. This is a part of the recall which is why it took us a while to get this truck. There was a stop sale on these trucks because the pressure plate just caught on fire sometimes.
Okay.
So they have since replaced the entire clutch pack where it will relieve that problem. It was having a slipping issue while driving on the highway. It was constantly slipping a little bit, causing all the heat. So it has a new clutch. The truck has 1935 miles on it, and about 22 of those were before the new clutch went in for delivery miles. And there's a temp sensor on the clutch now to alleviate that from happening.
Actually,
That's
pretty
what we're
smart.
saying.
Pretty smart. We know we're probably still safe. As far as dragging goes, I will tell you, you're basically dragging about here. We're dragging back, and that's all fuel tank mainly.
Oh, great.
But you're going to be fine. But you're going to have to drag up. So we don't want to try to slide too much. We do want to try to get up and over.
Are we on frame rail, or is there a control arm dragging, or just fuel tank?
Looks like just control arm hit mainly, because control arm hits the lowest.
Well,
so.
that's meant to slide.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
okay.
so-
I'm not worried about that.
No.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna go. We got a neutral.
So now we need to go 4 low.
Neutral in transfer case. 4 low. Stability control is by default off.
And one of the things
traction.
I do like is it lets you do it in the middle of the obstacle. There's some other brands, Toyota, that will not let you do this in the middle of the obstacle. You're in trouble. No, seriously.
Seriously. Also, did you notice the idle went from 500 to 900?
Interesting.
On its own.
Okay. All right.
So-
You ready?
I'm ready. There we go.
All right, let's check out any damage here. We shouldn't have any, but just so the viewers can see at home, it mainly hit just that right there. There's a little bit of rub right there, but again, we have metal that's on the fuel tank, and that is it. There's nothing else was hit. Brian, I'm gonna come around to your side.
Okay.
You'll see on the footage later, but I mean, it was actually fine.
It's actually fine. Okay.
A little bit taller tire would help some for sure.
Okay, stay tuned for that.
And normally when we'd be driving this, if we were in an off-road event, we would be in 4-low to begin with.
Absolutely.
And it would have been
No,
non-issue.
and honestly, it didn't say stop driving. It's not stopping us from anything. It's just giving us some warnings all the time.
Yes. It's saying basically don't leave the clutch in and ride it and heat it up even more.
Which is what we're doing the whole time.
Exactly.
So if you were off-roading, you'd be in 4-low all day long, and it would never be a problem.
And this goes to show we take so many vehicles up this hill.
Yeah.
Where the 2-speed transfer case, the 4-low, the gearing.
Yes, it tells you so much.
Helps so much. Look how easy you got up and over that once you went in the 4-low.
I just walked. So, and by the way, this tire is not meant for anything other than pavement, and it was fine.
This tire is not designed for that.
And it barely slipped at all.
Didn't care at all.
Yeah.
So, Brian, we do have some mods coming, and you think our future mods may help some of this?
Absolutely. I cannot wait for that.
Stay tuned. I can't either. I'm curious to see how it does different back to back on these.
Too.
We'll try that soon, and we'll keep you posted along the way. Please be sure to subscribe and like the channel. Leave us some comments. Let us know what mods you would want to do. Not saying we can do them all, but we'll have it for a little bit. It's going to be a quick build.
It's going to be a quick build because we got a quick turn on this truck too. More on that down the road.
Stay tuned.